I'd like to welcome you all back to Water Your Soil. So this post right here is going to be about being greedy with your credit card and how being greedy with your credit card leads to future problems such as, massive debt and just problems overall. As you can see from the picture that's on the screen, a lot of people associate credit cards with those things, with material things, designer things, expensive things. A lot of people get a credit limit increase and they automatically think, okay, well, I need to take a trip to Dubai. I need to take a trip to an island with all of my friends and fund it and go shopping and, just do all types of things. I've even heard of people paying for, plastic surgery with credit cards. Now, I'll just make this clear. Here's my disclaimer. I don't have an issue with you doing any of those things if, there's a big if you plan on paying it back soon. And by soon, I mean in the next couple of months, the next month or so. The issue is a lot of people go out and they do those things and they have no plans of paying those things back, that money that they spent back anytime soon. So you have thousands of dollars out here just gaining interest, and that's just putting you in more and more debt, which in return is hurting your credit score. Not only is it hurting your credit score, it's hurting you for future purposes of being able to do anything such as invest the right way. Because let's be realistic, everyone talks investing on the internet these days and social media. That's all you see. Invest in stock, invest in real estate, invest in this, invest in crypto, invest in that. All you see is invest, invest, invest. However, one of the truest ways that you can invest and reap the benefits of what you invest is to pay down your debt before you invest and keep your debt at a minimum level before you invest. But a lot of people, they choose not to do that. They want to put on the shoe before the sock. And in reality, you have to put the sock on first. You don't put the sock over the shoe. You put the shoe after the sock. And that's what's going on with people wanting to invest before they're paying down their debt. But that's a totally different video. And I'm going to make that video in the future. That's another video. However, right here, we're talking about greed and credit card usage and how greed affects credit card usage. So when you have your credit card, you want to be able to keep what you spend at a level where you'll be able to pay it back soon. Soon, in my opinion, means the next month. But for some of you, it means in the next couple of months. You want to do it so you don't gain a lot of interest with whatever that it is that you owe. So don't go out and be greedy and go to Saks Fifth and you go and you spend $10,000 on your credit card in one outing. Why would you do that? Especially if you're not going to be able to pay it back soon. Like, that makes no sense, but that's the result of being greedy, and a lot of people are doing that these days. They're blowing and maxing out credit cards, multiple credit cards. And when it comes to that, and they're in debt and their credit score is suffering, they reach out to someone like me or other people who assist with credit, and they say, well, I got this big burden. I'm $15,000-$20,000 in credit card debt. How do I get rid of it? And one of my first questions is, how did you get into it? I'm curious to know, how did you get into that much credit card debt? Because that lets me know you have an underlying issue with spending and understanding the purpose of a credit card. And you actually have to respect a credit card. I know a lot of people don't think that. They're probably like, what? But yes, you have to respect the credit card. You have to respect the purpose of a credit card. The purpose of a credit card, honestly, is a plan B option. Number one, it basically gives you a 1-month loan to spend money. That's what it does. That's the true purpose of it. It gives you a 1-month loan to spend money. Nowadays, there's different rewards and things of that nature for credit cards, which are great. They're all designed to get you to spend more money by financial institutions, which is cool. You can play the game. You can play along. I encourage you to. But in the meantime, when you are playing along with this game, you also need to be smart and savvy. You also have to not let the debt accrue. You also have to be conscious of the interest that these cards can gain. Because yes, these financial institutions, they do give you deals and rewards, but that's because they want you to spend money. They want you to spend more than you can afford to pay back, because if you spend more than you can afford to pay back, you're going to end up paying interest, and they're going to make their extra money from you paying interest. So with these credit cards, the key is not to get greedy. Do not get greedy with these credit cards. Know what you can spend. Even if you have to plan it out with a budget, know what you can spend. Do not overspend with your credit card, because yes, this credit card, whatever credit card you have, it's attached to you. It's attached to your social security number. It's attached to your name. It's gonna follow you. So whatever debt that you get with the credit card is gonna follow you. It's gonna affect your credit score. You don't want to run into that. So learn how to use credit cards the correct way. I have videos. If you can search through my YouTube page, Water Your Soil, I have videos that show you how to use credit cards the correct way. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to follow. But greed and credit cards do not mix, because greed will lead you to big time debt with credit cards. It will lead you to crashing your credit score. If it is up and at a decent level, it will lead to crashing it, and it will lead you to future problems with interest and things of that nature. You don't want to be paying interest. You could use that money for other things, like I said, such as investing or things of that nature, savings, emergency funds, whatever. So the key is to be savvy with your credit card. Do not go out here being greedy, taking trips, dinners, and expensive 5-star dining, and all of these things if you cannot afford it. Spend what you can afford, pay back what you've spent, and that's just the simple math right there. That's what you do. Don't be greedy. And thank you all for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe. And one thing, when it comes to this channel, Water Your Soil, I know you can see some videos where they're all not about credit, and that's what I intended for. So if you see other videos pop up, be sure to support them as well. But this channel is all going to be geared towards self-improvement and self-development. Once again, I would like to thank you all for listening. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Water Your Soil.